On this break, I end up making that 3 on the side. And I'm looking at these, and really the stripe over there on the rail where I'm standing, kind of between the 1 and the 7, steers me away from the stripes. So I go ahead and shoot the 6 to start with. And I don't quite like my position on that 5 ball. With the angle, it's going to be kind of out of control. So I go ahead and shoot the 7 first, and then I'm kind of coming back thinking for that 5, but I overroll a little bit. So I go ahead and I take the 4 next, and it works out fine because then I can pretty much do a stop shot on the 4. I can use the 1 with a little bit of a draw, kind of keep position for the 2, roll up a tiny bit, shoot that 5, kind of come over and shoot the 8 in the side. The 8 does go by that 11 ball. So you see I'm trying not to move balls if I don't have to. I've said this many times in some of these videos. Try to find a way to connect the dots and minimize the chance of getting caught up on something. Kind of speaking of which, minimizing getting caught up on something, it's a mental thing for yourself, but try to tell yourself what to do and what not to do instead of what not to do. A lot of times if you're sitting there saying don't go to this spot and that's the last thing in your mind, you tend to go to that spot that you didn't want to be in. So try to tell yourself where you want to go as opposed to telling yourself where not to do something. On the second break, I did make the 1, 6, and 5 on the break. I know I've said this before too in my videos. A good thing to do if you make a bunch of balls of 1, don't be locked into I want to take that set of balls. In this instance, there was that kind of 7 ball that's a little bit caught up, and the 2 ball is a little bit caught up in a tough spot. Once you get 3 solids out of the way, running the stripes is actually easier, provided you have good enough fundamentals to make the balls. So here I'm going to shoot that 9. I drift up just enough. I want to come back and hit that 13 in. That 13 was kind of the trickiest balls of the stripes to make. I'm going to end up leaving myself relatively straight on this 11 ball up in the corner. And what I wanted to do, I actually hit this a little too soft. I'm using that 10 ball as a key ball to get on the 8. So I wanted to hit that ball harder. I knew I was going to kind of clip off of that 4 a little bit. It should have sent me over by this rail. Instead, I left myself a relatively thin cut. And now I'm going to try to play cue ball position back and forth across the table. I left myself another thin cut. Check out my quick tip video on thin cuts. It might help you with some of these. Please like and subscribe.